take pictures on a white backdrop, yes, that's cool and all for your website to have a solid white backdrop or a solid like photos. Go out somewhere, go somewhere where your background is popping. Get fully dressed, have a matching bag, have some earrings on, give a full look. When you just throw on, I've seen a lot of online boutiques, and by all means, if it's working, it's working. I'm not taking anything from anybody if it's working for them. But I do see a lot of people who take it inside of their store with their store in the background. Sometimes no shoes. If they have on shoes, it's like it's really not like it's not selling it. And I try to put it out there like I'm a shopper. If I scroll through my explore page and I see that, I'm going to keep scrolling. Whereas if I see somebody with a whole look and she's selling it to me, that's what makes me want to buy it. You get way more sales taking pics outside. Yes, it's a fact. And I'm telling you guys that it's a fact. You do more lifestyle photos. Take it outside. Take it at a hotel. Take it wherever you need to go outside of a blank wall. Go to a wall that somebody done spray painted all over. Have graffiti all written all over. Go make that your background. Like, so it's a lot of places to take pictures. But you wanna make somebody and have a whole vision. Like you want to give them a whole vision. That's why I made our catchphrase. I made it. We don't just sell clothes. We sell looks. Like we try to sell looks. And especially during this quarantine when things are closed, this was the time to take advantage of going places and taking pictures. It's Corona outside. If that stops you, then and honestly, different things work for different people. I'm only telling you what works for me, what has worked for me, and that's all I can do. I can't tell you what works for everybody else. I can only tell you what works for me. You ask me my opinion. You ask me how can or how to. I'm gonna give it to you all. I'm gonna tell you how I did it, and that's all I can do. I would not do mirror pics. Oh, absolutely not. Hell no. No mirror pics. Facebook ads and Instagram ads, absolutely. It's a must. Thank you, Samaya. Looks sale. I said fail. Looks sale. That's it. I don't have a business license. So when people are saying that things require a business license, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't have a business license. I just have an EIN, which is like a social security number for your business. But different states require different things. DC and Maryland and Virginia do not require us to have business license or seller's permits. We don't need that. But there are some states who do. I know for a fact California is one of them. If you are doing business out of California, they require you to have a seller's permit. So you just have to, that's in the beginning of the vendors list. We made sure to include that based on your state, and we give you where to find that information at. Based on your state, you might need to have one, but a lot of states do not require you to have a business license. I don't know Facebook ads. I've hired someone to do that. How much do you spend on ads? It depends. Sometimes I spend $3,000 a day. Sometimes I only spend $200 a day. It just really depends on the product, and it really depends. It just really depends. I don't do my Facebook ads. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not do my own ads. I've hired another company to do that. And let's see if Kay has joined us. Yeah, see, I can't. It's a lot of names to look through. So whenever Kay joins, I told her to call me on the live so that I could just join her in. You first started how much you spend on inventory. I think you should at least start off in inventory at least $3,000 with inventory. You want to start off, I would say at least 6 looks, like 6 complete looks. And then you can also sell them as individual pieces. So like match a shirt with a pair of pants or whatever, and then sell them individually as well. Oh, I don't know if you need a permit in Europe. What company do I use for what? So somebody said $3,000 with a straight face. So here's the thing. I say $3,000 because, listen to this. If you start off with $500, right? You really, so you're only going to buy, so most things, okay, so here it is. Most things come in packs, right? So most things come 6 items in a pack. 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large. 6 things in a pack. This is if you're using the vendor system, you're using vendors, okay? Most items come 6 in a pack. Either 2, 2, and 2, which is 2 smalls, 2 mediums, and 2 larges, or 3, 2, and 1. 3 smalls, 2 mediums, and 1 large, right? So if you only spend $300 or $400 or $500, that is really based on the per unit price. That's only going to get you 2 or 3 packs of that item. So if it gets you 2 packs, then you have 12 pieces, which is 4, 4, and 4, right? 4 smalls, 4 mediums, 4 larges, right? If you're only starting off with that, that's really, really small. Like that leaves you, you almost won't have any source of income. Like you almost like you're dealing with a really small space. You're dealing with a real small space. So once you get that, you have to in turn flip that to get more. Like you can only get like 1 or 2 other items. So here's the thing. If you start off with $3,000, then you can get you multiple looks. And then you just have a little more wiggle room. You know what I mean? Like if you start off with such a small amount, it leaves you no room to really like reinvest and spend money on like quality stuff. Like it's really a tight space, guys. I'm sorry. That's just my recommendation. But if you don't have it, do what you got to do. Please, by any means necessary. If all you have is a $500 budget, a $300 budget, start there. You have no choice. Start there. I'm not discouraging anybody to start there. You have to start there. Start wherever you are. But when you ask me my opinion, I'm just telling you, I would start off with at least $3,000 in. No, my name is not trademarked.
She said something. I started to say something, but it slipped my mind.
My name is not trademarked because I use my name. And most times when you use your name, it doesn't need to be trademarked because nobody's going to use your name. I do not recommend Big Cartel. Big Cartel, I don't really like. I don't like the fact that your website has Big Cartel in it. A good way to price your items. I always recommend marking up 3 times. So whatever the unit price is, times 3. That way, it gives you time to, it gives you an opportunity to kind of, like if you have a sale and you, Black Friday, for example, and you want to do 30% off, you still make a profit. How do you get customers to read your policies? Girlfriend, you don't. They do not read. People do not read. Us as women, we do not read. We see something we like, oh, that's bomb, and we just go and buy it. Yep. We don't bother reading policies. Myself included. You know what I mean? Myself included. But I'm a shopper where I'm already prepared to take something as a loss. If I don't fit it, I hate returning. I hate the process of returning stuff. So either way, it's okay for me personally because I don't like to return. I don't like to go through the process. Once I buy it, if it doesn't fit, oh well, I'm giving it to Goodwill. But people they won't read. No matter how big you write it, no matter how many times you write it, they will not read. People don't read. And you deal with it happens. Like I post things about things all the time. I'm almost certain that I make sure not to leave nothing out. No matter how many times I write it, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, no matter how many times I put it, it doesn't matter. People don't read. You're gonna have that issue. There's no way around that. You just have to redirect people to your policy. Hey, per our policy online or whatever the case may be, you just have to redirect people to your policy. Yes, I have used Poshmark. I use Poshmark for my personal items. Like, I don't do it anymore, but I used to use Poshmark for my personal items. Like, items that I only wear once or haven't worn at all. I have used Poshmark. How can we build followers? followers is always about content and consistency. If you're only posting once a week, it won't work. If you're posting bland, boring content, it won't work. You have to aim to be on the explore page. You have to make people want to follow. You have to give people something worth. I recommend posting minimum 2 times a day. Minimum. I like to post at 10 a.m. And if I have something worth posting, I'll squeeze another one in there. The thing is, you don't want to overkill either. You don't want to overdo it. You want to post just the right amount of times. You don't want to overdo it. Do you feel hashtags work? I don't use hashtags. Okay's here, guys. Kay is here, so we're gonna get started. I'll address some questions after we speak with Kay. But we are going to get started because we are a little bit behind schedule. So I will address those questions afterwards.